You're failing, and it's a good thing. Here's why it's good. Think about this. Every business that I've ever had has been a success, but they've also been a failure. Not every business I started made money. Some I've lost plenty on. Some I just hated. Some I learned that I didn't like doing certain things in certain ways. Some were incredible and more than I'd ever hoped for, but every business has failed in some way. Every conversation I've ever had has been a success and a failure. I've put my foot in my mouth more times than I can imagine. Every relationship I've had, a success and a failure. Good things and absolutely disastrous things. But failure is not the worst thing in the world. Failure is important. It is going to happen. And here's why you want to fail often. When you fail, you learn what you like and you don't like. You learn what you're good at and you're not good at. You learn what you need to continue to do and what you need to change. Every time you fail, you can learn from it. If you are doing something, you will either find the right way to do it or the wrong way to do it. And either way is fine because you cancel that out as being an option. You no longer have to consider that anymore. So don't see failing as a bad thing. Failure equals learning. Failure allows you to make changes and improve on the way. Doesn't matter which way it is, business, conversation, communication, relationship, whatever it is, you mess it up, you have an opportunity to learn there every single time. And then you can figure out, hey, that went really well, that didn't go so well. I like that, I didn't like that. I want to do that again. I never want to go anywhere near that. That was absolutely terrible. Not interested. Failure is good. Next, remember, when you fail, often you become okay with trying new things. You become more flexible because you know you're going to get a different result and it could be better than you can imagine. It could be better than expected. Sure, it could be worse, but that's fine. You can also discover the wrong way to do something. And that's good because then you don't have to do that again. There might be 5 different ways to do a particular thing. And if you do 3 of them and 3 of them work out to be bad, maybe on the 4th try, you find, oh yeah, that's really good. That works really well. Maybe you try and tweak it and you do the 5th one, it's like even better. Okay, great. Theoretically, out of 5 times, it looks like you failed 4. I know you only might be looking at it as a 3rd one because the 4th one went well, but still, you tried that, you tried something different, that went even better. We just cross that out. That's a failure. But it's a good failure because it's just finding a way that isn't the best way to do it. And that's okay too. Because failing keeps you moving forward. It keeps you moving forward faster. 3, failure is going to speed up that success process. Always. The sooner you learn, the sooner you figure out what's going on, the sooner you can move on, the sooner you can get that new result, the sooner that you can improve. The more you can fail, the more you're going to learn, the more you're going to change the trajectory of your life. The more you fail, the less you stay stuck, or the shorter time you stay stuck. Think about that time that you got in a funk because someone did something or said something or something just didn't go right and you just stewed over it and stewed over it and stewed over it. Well, instead of stewing over it, what if you just immediately took action on whatever that thing was and tried something different? It can reframe your brain like that. I know. I've had that happen in the last week where I've looked at one thing and I'm like, okay, I don't understand what's going on here. So I'm going to try something different and we'll just see what happens. And I tried it and I still wasn't sure of what was going on with the situation, but I had tried that. I'd stepped into it. I'm like, cool, no problem. I'm working through this. And then within a week, I was able to go, okay, I see. Yep, definitely not going to be that way. There's going to be a different way to do this. All right, great. That's done. I've moved on. My attitude changes instantly. My focus changes instantly. I'm now able to go, oh, yeah, okay, cool. All right, let's just push that aside. That's no longer important. In fact, that's not even something to consider anymore. We're going this way. No longer going this way, I'm going this way. Okay? It speeds up that success process. You want to be able to speed up the success process. You want to be able to keep failing and keep moving forward. Remember Colonel Sanders, it took 1,009 rejections until he was able to get that last person to say, oh yeah, I'll take on your recipe. Finger licking history, right? If the Colonel can persevere in his 60s to try and sell something 1,009 times, that's 1,009 failures before he got to his successful success. Wow, that sounds terrible. 1,009 times. Are you willing to keep failing in order to reach the success that you want? How bad do you want it? If you don't want it bad enough, you ain't going to try. But if you try and you fail, great, go and try something else. And then you might fail again. But every time you fail, you keep learning, you speed up this process, and you become okay with the failing part because that's just part of your journey. So don't just accept failure. Expect failure to turn up. Be grateful that you have it. The most successful people they're going to fail way more than anybody else you ever know because they're prepared to go for it. They know what it takes. They know that if they fail, they move on faster, they learn a newer way to do things, and they get there. Fail forward. Fail often, and use the lessons from your failure to grow your success, to make your success, to keep pushing you forward. Even use failure to motivate you to move you forward, because it will. Now, I've got a free 28-day coaching program that helps you with supporting some of these things in your life to be able to get you breaking out and getting comfortable with change, getting comfortable with failure. You'll find it at the link below, and I'll help you design, build, and live a life that you absolutely love and you're ready to jump out of bed for. I'll see you on the inside.